everyone, welcome to Pink Tutu Tarot. So today's reading is, what's going to happen in the next 3 months. So starting today, whenever you find this video, the timeless video, starting today for the next 3 months. So I have 3 groups for you. The cards you see in front of you, excuse me, are they're Lenormand cards. It's just one card of many that are in your reading, but they do have some reflection of something that's in your reading. So you can look at the card. If the number resonates with you, the picture, the name, the meaning, something calls to you, hopefully then you'll know that that's your group. And then all you have to do is go down to the description box, click on your timestamp, and it'll take you right to your reading. So group 1 has card number 34, the fish. And it's also the King of Diamonds. Group 2 is card number 25, the ring, and that's the Ace of Clubs. And group 3 is card number 22 and choices, and it's the Queen of Diamonds. All right, y'all. Like I said, just go into the description box, click your timestamp, and I will see you in your reading. Bye-bye. Hey, group 1. All right, we're going to take a look at your next 3 months. So I've got a variety of cards here, oracle cards, Lenormand cards, tarot cards. We're going to take a real good look at each month for you and see what you can expect. All right. Let's start with the moon card. I was going to leave it upside down to begin with, but Spirit had other plans. So you get to see what your card is. I'll go ahead and show it to you. It says, full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. All right, let's put some Lenormand cards out for you. And I'll flip all these over in a minute. And we'll get some tarot cards. Let's start with month 1. Let's get a couple cards from month 1. And we'll get a couple cards for month 2. And finally 2 cards for month 3. And we'll get some fortune cards for you. Month 1, month 2, month 3. All right, let's see what we've got. So we're starting off, like I said, with the full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. Take a look at your Lenormand. We have the fish. We have choices. we have the moon, and we have dog. For your tarot for month 1, we have Temperance and the Knight of Cups. Month 2, we have the Sun and the Hanged Man. And month 3, we have the Two of Cups and the Page of Wands. All right, now for your fortunes, I'll hold it up so you can read it. For month 1, we have care required. Guard yourself against deception and be careful of making foolish mistakes at this time. For month 2, major life change. Time is right for major life changes as a new lifestyle or location brings great joy and a trouble-free existence. And then finally, for month 3, friendship. A friend needs your help. Your kindness and excellent counseling skills will put them back on track. All right, so let's talk about what's going on here. First of all, big changes, for sure. I mean, we see that twice here. We've got the full moon in Aries, a fiery climax, some big change, and then we have major life change here. But in your Lenormand cards, you also have some options, some opportunities. So the fish represents abundance and choices. Obviously, you have some choices to make, but they're leading to, you're actually going to have a lot of choices to make. Hold on, I just want to hear what they're saying about that. Oh, okay. This is what they're telling me. It's not that you have a lot of choices, but you have 2 very strategic choices that you're going to be making. It's a little bit of a choice between, what they're saying is money and prestige, or money and power, money and honor, abundance and honor. Not that you can't have one without the other, but one will initially appear to have more potential or appear to offer more up front. So for instance, and what I'm getting is like a job offer. You may be offered 2 jobs. One will offer you more money. The other one will offer you the opportunity for recognition and honor and like a public profile. It feels like a very public profile. And that doesn't mean this won't lead to more money, but this one will initially probably offer you more money. But the other piece of this is as you make these changes, you're also going to find that it's taking you to a place where you have friends. Maybe you're going to a place where you already have friends, or you're going to a place where you're going to meet new friends, loyal friends, good friends, friends that will be around for a long, long time, who will support you and get you, who will understand you, who will understand who you are and kind of how you tick and why you do things the way you do, because they're going to be like you in some way. And it's going to make a big difference in your life. So there may be a move involved of some kind. But again, you have some big changes happening. So in month one, and again, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you're getting this, start now. We've got Temperance and the Knight of Cups. So, and a card that says care is required. I feel at this point in month one is when the offers start to come in. What I'm hearing is you are wanted by others. Now, this could be another company. I do feel like this is career related in some way. But I'm going to pull some clarifying cards. What I'm seeing here is an opportunity to be happy and to follow your bliss, but also the need to temper that and to make sure you're taking your time and really balancing out, you know, the good and the bad, what's important to you, what will be important to you down the road. All right, Spirit, can you give us a couple clarifying cards for month 1, please? Or just one. They're telling me one. We'll give you one. Yeah. Sometimes I forget that I'm not the boss. They're the boss. Okay. And we have 8 of Swords reversed. So, you know, coming into this time, you know, prior to right now, you may have been feeling a little bit trapped in a situation. Maybe it's a work situation that isn't satisfying. Maybe it's, you know, where you live is, you know, feels like it's holding you back in some way. But as this first month progresses, that's going to open up and you're going to see that you're actually not trapped at all. You're going to have opportunities. You're going to have choices. And what I'm hearing is you're going to know what to do as long as you listen. Like, listen to your heart, listen to your gut. They're saying don't make a rash judgment, and that, you know, this Temperance card is a reminder to slow down. You know, look at all of the aspects of the choices you have, and don't be swayed by like love and promises, you know. Make sure that there's something substantial there that you feel you can work with and pursue. All right. All right, let's get a card for month 2, please. Right now you've got the Sun and the Hanged Man. So, well, let's talk about it a little bit before we clarify. Sorry about that. So we have the Sun and the Hanged Man. So this is a time of celebration. I do feel at this point you've made your choice. You've made your decision and it feels good. It feels right. You know, you've got major life change here. You might not be, the move may not quite happen in month 2. Or if you do, it will happen, I feel it will happen slowly. You know, for instance, if you get a new job and you're going to relocate for the job, or just moving to a new job, it may be a situation that happens slowly. Because I do see you having some downtime. Some time to like collect yourself, to like process the changes that are coming, because there's some big changes. I mean, here in month 2, you have 2 major arcana cards, right? The Sun and the Hanged Man. You've got a card that says major life change, and it's all being crowned by this fiery climax. Month 2 is going to be a clincher. It's a big month. But it looks to me like a happy one. So, okay. Let's see what else you have here. What else can you tell us, Spirit? And we have Justice. You're going to get what you deserve. You're going to get what you deserve. I want you to just look at this card because it's so beautiful. This Sun card. These women just, they're dancing in this field of sunflowers. They're so happy. You know, the one is pregnant which represents you're birthing something new. You know, the shadows that may have kind of crept into your life, you know, before, they're all being washed away by this bright sunlight. And everything is, it just feels very bright and new. And you will have some downtime. You will have a chance to, you know, a lot of times changes happen so fast we can't even process them. You know, it's like a whirlwind of activity, and, you know, everything happens at once. You're going to have some big changes, but you're going to have time to be and to process and to make sure your head is in the right space to best take advantage of these changes, because this change isn't just about you know, changing jobs or changing positions or maybe moving to a new home. It's like a step toward a much bigger picture that's going to change your life. So it may not feel like major life change. It might, but it might not. But if you step back and look at it, and that is what the Hanged Man sort of says, is, you know, it's looking at things from a new perspective, you know, from a peaceful place and from a new perspective, to step back and see what this change represents. And it's so much, you're going to find it so much more than what it appears to be, you know, at first glance. Because you have, you've earned this, you've worked for this. You've been doing something for a long time, and I feel like not getting the recognition and the reward that you deserve. And Spirit is saying that wasn't an accident, and it's not because you didn't deserve it. They're saying you needed to see what it was like to not be recognized and to not be rewarded. So that two things. One, when you do get that recognition and reward, you fully 1000% appreciate it for the blessing that it is. And number two, so that you always remember to recognize and appreciate other people for what they do. And I don't feel like you will ever make that mistake. You will honor people who work for you or with you. You will celebrate them. You will recognize, you know, their accomplishments and the things they do well. And those are all gifts that you give, but that give back. And so in month 2, you get what you deserve after a long wait of not getting. And then we get into month 3, and we have the 2 of Cups, we have the Page of Wands, and we have this card that says friendship. And then again, also our Lenormand card ends, I know it's the dog card, but the dog card represents friendship. You know, best friends, good friends, loyal people in your life. So you're going to meet some people, or you're going to reconnect with some people who understand you, who want to be with you. And this sort of like new cycle in your life is going to change how you see your world and how you see yourself. Because you have an impression right now of who you are and what your life is and what it's about. And what they're saying in my head right now is, you don't even know. You don't even know. It's so much more. There is so much more to you and to your world than you're recognizing right now, because you are in a place of like, I can see it, but I don't have a word for it. It's like you're being protected right now. You're being shrouded. I'm still not getting the word. But it's almost like you have this protective blanket over you while you've grown and healed and matured and done all the things that have been asked of you by the universe, you know, in a sense, by your spirit guides, by your inner guide. You've been doing all of this, possibly like highly in isolation, but whether or not you have people around you, it's been a very shrouded experience. But that blanket, that shroud is coming off, and you're going to see your world, and you're going to see yourself really like in a whole new light. Like someone who was blind suddenly being able to see. That's what they're showing me. And then you have the Page of Wands, and this brings like fresh inspiration. You know, this desire for adventure and accomplishment, and you're motivated to like try new things. It's this fresh energy that just inspires your whole life. And that's what's going to attract these people to you. You know, some of these people are going to help you blossom and help you come out of your shell, or out, you know, from underneath this blanket, this shroud. But you have so much light inside of you that once it starts to shine again, these people who are your people are going to flock to you. They're going to find you. And that's why this month is about friendship. But let's see what else we have. What do we have for a clarifier card here? No, I'm not going to take those. I know that was just me and my clumsy hands. But I'll pick them up and put them back in. We have the Six of Swords. So all the pain, all the struggle, all of any darkness that you've been dealing with, any like hesitation, anything that's been holding you back and weighing on you prior to this time period, you're going to release, and you're going to be moving in a direction that feels free. Like you're suddenly going to feel free. And I mentioned before with this Page of Wands card, it's what I saw was adventure. And even though this is the Six of Swords, you know, typically the Six of Swords are in a boat. But this particular card, it's a hot air balloon. And when I see it, it just conjures images of adventures. And that's really how you're going to kick off this new part of your life. You know, it's not just a new month. This is a new era for you. Like I feel like when way down the road, you're going to look back at this time, and you're going to look at this time as before this time and after. Like it's going to be that dividing line that says, yeah, everything changed then. And it really, you know, it starts here in month 1. The Lamo happens in month 2. And then month 3, it's like it blossoms. And suddenly you find yourself where you belong. Right where you belong. Well, group 1, that reading's going to be hard to beat for the other groups, but we'll see how they go. I hope it was helpful for you, and I would love to hear how your journey goes and how this looks for you. And of course, best of luck. So Thank you for being here. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye. Hey, Group 2. All right, let's take a look at what is coming up for you in the next 3 months. Let's start with the Moonology card for you. And then I've got some Lenormand cards, tarot cards, lots of good stuff for you. Norman cards for you. I'm going to flip them all over after I get them out on the table for you. And some tarot. All right, this is for month 1. Let's get a couple more for month 2. And a couple for month 3. All right, and last but not least, I've got some fortune cookie cards for you. Month 2, month 3. All right, let's start with your moon card. Well, actually, I'm going to flip them all over, but your Moonology card is New Moon in Pisces. Meditate and contemplate. Your Lenormand cards, we have the Letter, the Tower, not to be confused with the Tower in Tarot. It's very different. The Child and the Ring. Interesting. For month 1, we have the Ace of Wands and the Nine of Wands. And your fortune cookie says, wisdom. To focus on the past is to lose the future. Heed advice from an older person, which will allow you to move on. Month 2, we have Ace of Cups. Interesting, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. 7 of Cups. And positive work outcomes. Consistent efforts will bring rewards, and a major purchase is worth making. And month 3, we have Queen of Wands and Page of Pentacles. And your fortune is nature. Interact with nature in the outdoors, around animals, farmlands, or by the ocean. This will be good for your soul and healing for you. So your reading sort of starts out with it starts and ends with some healing, some meditation, some some inner work, which is interesting. All right, let me take these in, and then I'll give you a rundown and tell you what initial messages I have here for you. All right. What I'm hearing is this reading is going to have 2 different iterations. For some of you, this is a work reading. For some of you, this is a love and relationships reading. So I'm going to read it both ways for you, because Spirit is telling me that these messages will apply to both. And some of you watching, you'll know. So from a work standpoint, looking at the Lenormand cards, it shows me over the course of this next 3 months, and this next 3 months starts now, right? From whenever you find this video. So over this next 3 months, you're going to get a message. Hold on. Okay, I'm just asking them if it's an offer or just a message. And they're saying it's a message. So you're getting a message from a place of employment, a large place of employment. So it's not a small company. It's a large company. And they're going to be approaching you. So they may be, maybe they find you, maybe their recruiter finds you, and they want to talk to you about interviewing, or hold on. What I'm hearing is they have questions about your work. So, I don't know if something you're doing is online, maybe you're on LinkedIn, or maybe you do things in a fairly public way, and they've noticed you, and they have questions about your work. And what I'm hearing is that is going to lead to a new beginning for you, in a commitment, a long-term commitment that is going to end up being very, very beneficial for you. So, very specific message there. Now, for those of you on the love side of the spectrum, what I'm hearing is that you have spent a lot of time alone, whether you're in a relationship or not. So you may physically be alone, actually be alone, or you may just feel very alone in your relationship. Hold on, they're telling me something. All right, but what they're telling me is am I hearing that right? You're going to get a message, similar to the other group. You're going to get a message. It's going to come in, probably out of the blue. A text message, could be an actual letter, but text message, email, DM. Somebody's going to be reaching out to you. It is somebody from your past. Somebody you knew when you were younger. Maybe a child, maybe just younger. They're saying younger than you are today. Well, obviously. And that too is going to lead to something, a commitment of some kind. All right, let's find out more. Let's see what else is in here. So this commitment, just to be clear, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to marry this person. It means you're going to end up being a part of each other's lives in a big way. And that's the commitment. So however that plays out for you. But there's somebody that you knew from your past that is going to come in the next 3 months. All right, so looking at month 1, we have the Ace of Wands and the 9 of Wands. What I'm hearing is you've had a bit of a troubled past, whether this is with your work or with your love life, with relationships. It's like you've taken a beating. Hopefully that's not literal, like in a relationship, but emotionally, and you've not been treated the way you deserve to be treated. And it has you a little bit on guard, a little bit defensive, a little bit on edge, and, completely understandable. But But what they're telling me is that a fresh start is budding. Like a spark is going to happen in this first month that will sort of wake you up and remind you of who you are and what you deserve. And you're going to find yourself putting your guard down a little bit. It won't be easy necessarily right at first. So, like I said, whether this is a job situation and maybe your employer hasn't treated you well, maybe your boss has, taken advantage of you, overlooked your accomplishments and, the things you've done. Maybe there's even just somebody at work that, kind of bullies you. Or if it's in your love life, you've had a rough go of it. Something is going to happen. And I'm taking that to be this message that comes fairly out of the blue for some of you. What about for the rest of them? Oh, they're just saying the message won't be quite so out of the blue for others of you. But a message will be coming. And it's sort of going to just open your eyes and like get your heart beating again and have you feeling like excited and inspired again in a really good way. And they're wanting me to read this card again for the first month. It says, wisdom. To focus on the past is to lose the future. Heed advice from an older person, which will allow you to move on. So this person who may be reaching out to you may be an older person. What they're really focusing on with that card, though, is where it says to focus on the past is to lose the future. So Spirit is acknowledging that you've had a rough go. They're saying it all changes now. Be open to it. And I'm going to pull a clarifier card just to get a little more information here on your first month. Spirit, can you give us one card, please, for month 1, just to tell us a little bit more about what's going on there? We have Knight of Wands in reverse. You're feeling just kind of stalled in your life, as this month kicks off, this next 30 days or so. You don't have that fire inside of you, whether it's for love or it's for work. That fire inside of you is sort of fizzled. But this message coming in is going to light that fire again for you. They're also saying that for those of you where this is a love reading, in the past you may have had someone much like a Knight of Wands who rushes in and rushes out. The minute you really start to like them, they're gone and off to the next conquest, But with this Knight of Wands in reverse, they're saying you can trust this one coming in. It's not a fly-by-night. They're here to stay for a long time. All right, so month 2, we have Ace of Cups and 7 of Cups. Obviously, you've got some good news coming in, whether it's work or for love. And you've got options. So the options may just be, do you stay where you are? Or do you pursue this opportunity, this other job opportunity, this other company, or however that plays out? Or maybe it just opens your eyes to the fact that there are opportunities out there. Spirit is saying, if you want to make a change, this is the time to do it. When it comes to love, you're going to get that that rush of emotion that we all just love, right? It's a good feeling. And it'll have you maybe feeling a little confused, a little... What I'm hearing is it may have you feeling a little clouded, like you don't know whether to believe this is real. You don't know whether to give this any credence. You don't necessarily know what to do with all these feelings. You know, they're pointing out in this card, like, all these cups have different things, and she's looking at the one with the heart, but I don't know. If you look at her face, she's like, I don't know. And that's kind of what they're showing me is you're almost a little hesitant because it maybe feels too good to be true. Then we have your fortune card that says positive work outcomes, consistent efforts will bring rewards, and a major purchase is worth making. What I'm getting with this card, obviously for work, it's a positive omen. It's saying that your hard work is about to be rewarded and recognized in a big way. For those of you in a love situation, they're reminding you that consistency is key. Don't be afraid of this lasting, which is a weird thing to say, but that's what they said. So, you know, maybe you're a little bit of a commitment phobe yourself, but they're saying don't be afraid of this lasting, because it's meant to be, and it will make you happy. It will make you happy. All right, let's get a card for month 2 and see what else Spirit can tell us. What else can you tell us about month 2? And we have the Devil. Yeah, there you go. I mean, I think for both groups, you know, the work group, the love group, there's some fear here. Fear of commitment, whether it's in love or in a work situation. Fear of not being good enough. Fear of being abandoned if you were to make a change. You know, whether it's, you know, kind of opening yourself up to love again and then having them run off, or, you know, maybe making a job change, or taking on a project with this new company and then having them back out. There's some fear here, but they're reminding me to tell you positive outcomes. Positive outcomes. Don't be afraid of the Devil. All right, on to month 3. We have the Queen of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. So by the 3rd month, you've really got your mojo back. So in month 1, you're feeling a little gun shy for sure, but you get that spark. By month 3, you're full on blossomed. You are the queen, right? You can tackle anything. You own your power. You own your beauty. You own your life in a good way. And you've tackled these demons that sort of were haunting you and taunting you in month 2. And with that power and with that confidence comes a brand new beginning. And a message of, they're saying a message of hope. And what else? They're saying a message of hope and adventure. So take that for what it, and that's for either group, a message of hope and adventure. So whether in your work situation or a love situation, as you build your confidence and you love yourself and you trust yourself and you own your power, it opens you up, yes, to commitment, to a new beginning, but also to something very, very exciting. Like a fresh start that takes you places in your life that you've never been. Physically as well as emotionally. Like physically as in you may actually travel and go places you've never been. Go on adventures you've never gone on before. I'm hearing Spirit say yes, yes, yes. But also emotionally, you're going to find yourself on a new path, on a path you've never been before. And they're pointing out to me the last line in this card that says, this will be good for the soul and healing for you. Good for the soul and healing for you. And just to come back to this new moon in Pisces, a new moon is a time for new beginnings. You've closed the door with the full moon prior, and the new moon opens up a fresh start. And that is what this 3-month period is doing for you. And the card is acknowledging that there are some fears attached to this change. There are fears attached to it. And that's why it says meditate and contemplate. Go within. Trust your inner guidance. Trust your intuition. When you get scared, take a deep breath. Go out into nature. Meditate. Turn that voice off in your head that is telling you all the reasons why this is a disaster and you shouldn't do it. Because Spirit is saying it's not a disaster and you should do it. And it's going to be great. Oh, I'm going to clarify this 3rd month for you too. Sorry. I was so happy with the outcome. I didn't even need any more information, but you might want a little more information. So let's get one more card for month 3, please. And we have the moon reversed. All the illusions, the fears, that cloudiness that you were feeling here, that uncertainty and confusion, it's all gone. You're seeing things clearly. And you're moving forward like in the light of day and not worried about the shadows anymore. And the dark outcomes that you're that deep dark inner part of you likes to give into is real. You're going to see by the 3rd month that it's not real. And it's going to change your life. This is a pretty powerful 3-month period for you. It's a transformation for sure. All right, group 2, I hope that was helpful. I would love to hear how this plays out for you, or how this relates to your situation and resonates with you. I'd love to hear your comments. So feel free to drop me a line down below. I read them all. I try to respond to everybody. And thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey, group 3. All right, we're going to take a look at what's coming up for you in the next 3 months. So it's a timeless reading. It starts now. Whenever you found this video and you're watching it, the clock starts ticking now. I'm going to start with a Moonology card. I've got some Lenormand cards for you, tarot cards. So we've got a lot of different ways of looking at what's coming up for you. I'm going to put the cards down and then I'll flip them over for you once I get them down. Some Lenormand cards for you. These are for month 1. Get a couple more for month 2. And finally month 3. And last but not least, I've got some fortune cookie cards for you. Move these up just a smidge. Month 1, month 2, month 3. All right, let's see what we've got going on here. So for starters, we have full moon in Aquarius. Show the world the real you. For your Lenormand, you have choices, fish, stork, interesting, and ship. All right. Month 1, we have the 6 of Pentacles and the Lover's card. And your fortune says health, an excellent time to start an exercise program or diet. Many new friendships are on the horizon. Month 2, we have 5 of Wands and 2 of Pentacles. And major life change. Yeah, I saw that coming with these other cards. The time is right for major life changes as a new life cycle or location brings great joy and a trouble-free existence. And finally, month 3, we have the Hierophant and the 8 of Wands. And your fortune is challenges. Take time out from problems or conflicts to approach softly to avoid making matters worse. All right. Just a second, I want to take these in and then get some initial messages for you. But for sure, this is going to be an interesting 3 months for you. Okay. All right. I'm going to talk about this moon card in a minute because there's some other things I want to talk about first. And then that card will make more sense. But let's start with the Lenormand. So what these cards are telling me is for you, you're going to have some options when it comes to work, to how you make your money, and to where you live. There is a new beginning coming for you, and it does involve travel or even more likely a relocation. So it could be a new job where you're going to be traveling a lot for work. It could be a job that where you're going to be relocating to a new city or a new place. There are going to be some challenges with this, but it's nothing that you can't handle, and what I'm hearing is it's 100% worth it. So don't, a lot of times people think, see these big changes coming and it gets scary. They're saying don't be scared. It's all good. It's all good. So challenges come with the territory is what they're saying. Anything else about the Lenormand cards? Okay. All right. No. So month 1, we have the 6 of Pentacles and the Lover's card. Someone, and to be honest, potentially several someones, are going to be coming to you with an offer of some kind. I see it as a job offer, at least for most of you. For most of you, this is a career reading. Would it be anything else? Oh, they're saying, well, it could also be a change in location, or both. Oh, okay. So they're saying for some of you, it's a spouse who's getting a new job or a partner who's getting a new job, but you're moving with them. So take what resonates, but there is an offer coming in. Potentially several offers, several opportunities, and a choice is going to need to be made. Now, if you're one of the ones in a situation where it's a partner, obviously I would assume you are going to, make some of these decisions together. So a big decision needs to be made because it's a major life change that you're looking at. But it's an opportunity to get what you deserve and to balance the scales, a little bit when it comes to finances and earned money, what you make and how you make it. If there's two of you involved, you and a spouse, you and a partner, they're saying this is going to be a good move for you, for your relationship. It will be a good move for you. They're reminding you to, during this time, which can be stressful, right? When you're making big life decisions, to take care of your health. Be extra cautious about that. It's important. They are pointing out the line on here that says many new friendships are on the horizon. There are friends. There are people you're going to meet and really enjoy wherever this place you're going. They're not particularly highlighting it. It's not really the message they wanted to give you, but they are saying, yes, that's also true. Most importantly, it's about your health. Take care of your health. Make sure you get enough rest, get enough water, eat healthy foods, get some exercise. When you're feeling stressed, get some exercise because it can be very, very stressful and you don't want to get sick in the middle of major life change. All right, I'm going to pull a clarifying card just to see if we can get a little more information about this first month for you. Ace of Wands. Yeah, this is if you see in this Ace of Wands, she's holding a baby that's coming out of, I don't know, like a pea pod or something. But it's a message of an inspired new beginning, an opportunity to take your life in a fresh direction, to bring like renewed inspiration into your life, renewed creativity, to create something new, to create a new life for yourself. So it's definitely, this is a good thing. And it's going to be very good for you. All right, so we get into month 2, and we've got the 5 of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles, as well as the major life change. Hold on, I'm just hearing a message. I want to make sure I'm getting it right before I tell you. Okay, a couple things with this 5 of Wands. One is the job opportunities that you are being presented with. There is some competition that you're going to be facing. Spirit is saying, don't worry, you'll win out where you are meant to. But the other thing they're telling me is that as this major life change takes place, you may be moving jobs, moving location, there may be some conflict in your family, your extended family, your social group, people that don't want you to go. They may believe they have your best interests at heart. They may be telling you this is a mistake. Be careful, what you take on. Are you sure you want to move there? And that may be difficult to deal with. They're showing me this, if you can see in this card, this witch here on the bottom, and like there's fire at her feet. It's like they're really putting her feet to the fire. That's the phrase I'm hearing. So it's not all easy sailing, but they're saying trust that you're being led in the right direction. And even if someone else on the outside believes you're making a mistake, they're saying don't listen to outside opinions. Listen to your own gut. Listen to your own intuition. And trust that. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. Again, this is options. 2 job offers that you have to consider. 2 opportunities, 2 locations. Maybe you're juggling the old job while you, get your foot into the new one. It's a balancing act. It's also a balancing act as you deal with these outside influences. But they're saying, notice you're not falling. You've got your eye on the prize. You know what you're doing. Nothing is going to throw you off balance, not unless you let it. And of course, they're reminding you with this card, major life change. The time is right for major life changes. A new lifestyle or location brings great joy and a trouble-free existence. Trouble-free existence maybe someday, but but it's good. I don't believe in a trouble-free existence necessarily, especially when major changes are being made, but the point is that you're going somewhere that is going to bring you some peace and happiness that you have not experienced either recently or maybe even ever. Okay, and they're asking me to talk about this moon card now. So you're being faced with some opportunities, some decisions to make, a new beginning, which can be scary, and then possibly you have some people in your life who really don't want you to go. I feel like they don't understand this move that you're making. Like maybe they're saying it feels out of the blue to them, or it feels out of character for you. But it isn't. And that's why they're saying show the world the real you. It's time now. There are things that you have been dreaming of. There are career paths that you have had in mind. There may even be locations that you've always wanted to travel to or live in. People in your life may or may not know that. They may or may not know that you have talents outside of what they see every day. This may be a very new kind of venture for you. A new adventure for you. And it's your chance to show the world the real you. And once they see the real you, they'll no longer question whether or not you're doing the right thing. But you have to know yourself. All right, let's get a clarifying card for month 2 and just see what else is going on in month 2. Okay, sorry. Spirit was just talking to me in my head while I was shuffling, saying it's not so much that you're going on a new venture, but that you're showing the world a new version of you that they have not seen before. So for you, it won't feel new. Like for you, you might not understand why people think, why are you doing that? Because you've known it about yourself all along, and maybe you've been doing it and they just haven't seen it. But you're going to be showing the world, you're going to be showing the people in your lives a new, more obviously, a new side of you. And that will make a difference. Okay. Thank you for that clarification. And then we have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, so it's, you're dealing with people who are giving you a hard time. There's some challenges here. You can sort of see the bleed over, so these may not be, for this particular group, such clear-cut months. I definitely see that. You see some like bleed over challenges, life changes, health. The people in your life who are challenging your decision may sort of entice you to like put up your guard and to just sort of retreat and look away. Spirit is saying don't do that. You don't need to hide from their opinions, because their opinions do come from love, regardless of how they are presented to you. They come from love. So take them for what they are. Don't take them to heart, if the delivery is not ideal. But don't hide from it, because you still need these people. You need these people in your life, and they mean well. And like I said, once they see the real you, once they understand that this thing you're going to is going to make you shine and blossom, they're no longer going to question it. So you don't want to block them out. Just hear them out, and then do what you feel is right. Okay. Month 3, we have the Hierophant and the Eight of Wands. And challenges. Like I said, I think the challenges are bleeding in from month 2. And a lot is going to be happening at once. So by month 3, the move may be happening. Lots of travel may be happening. Lots of changes, lots of learning new things, learning new people, just getting acclimated to a new place. So many changes. So many things that you are going to be learning. The Hierophant is very much a card about learning what you need to know and what you need to do. But it's also about finding your inner peace, finding a place within yourself where you can be content and take on these tasks, take on everything, this whirlwind of activity, take it on, one wand at a time, one moment at a time, one step at a time. And then again, your fortune card says, take time out from problems or conflicts, or approach softly to avoid making matters worse. And again, it goes back to how you react to the people who, may not take it so well that you're making this change. They will. Spirit keeps telling me it will be okay. They're going to get it. They're going to understand. They just need time, and they need to see who you really are. But in the meantime, you need to take care of yourself. And don't push away. Don't fight back. just understand that they are coming from a place. They are coming from a place of love, regardless of, you may feel it, they're being selfish, or they only care about themselves, or they're jealous. But that's, it could entirely be part of it. But at the heart of the matter, they're coming from a place of love, and they worry about you. They want the best for you. And, they're probably going to miss you if you are not going to be around so much. All right. Let's get a clarifier card, get a little more information here about month 3. Spirit is saying to me right now, there is a moment when things will be better. Like the moment will come when things will be better and things will be like stress-free, but it won't be right away. So don't expect it to be right away. But know, as you're feeling the stress, as you're feeling the anxiety and the pressure, that it's a short tunnel. And all you have to do is get through to the other side, and it'll be okay. It'll be good. Okay. And we have the Queen of Wands reversed. Yeah, this 3rd month is going to wear you out. It'll wear you out. I mean, if you're starting a new job, you're making a big move, you're doing a lot of travel, any of those things, much less all of those things, if that happens to be, are going to wear you out. There's a lot going on. Take it one day at a time. Take care of yourself. Take time to, meditate. Find some quiet time. Go out in nature. Give yourself the mental and emotional space you need, because it's not going to be awful. It's not going to be terrible. It's just going to be hard. As you can imagine, I'm sure if you've ever moved before or started a new job, it's hard and it's stressful. It's not more than you can handle. And it's going to be so, so good. They're saying, just wait and see. It's going to be so, so good. Just wait and see. All right, group 3, that is all I've got for you. I hope that this helps you. Feel free to drop me a comment down below, and I'd love reading your comments and find out what this all means to you and where you're headed. So, all right, good luck, y'all. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.